welcome to Mostly Just Perfumes. I'm Max, and here we talk about fragrances with an eye on the value overall. And today we have sort of a special episode because I want to go through a sample set that I am really excited about. I received it a couple of days ago. Had to wait for a while to get it from wherever it was sent, and just showing you it's still packed, no cheating here, it's still intact, the whole package. And essentially this is the latest, the sample set that includes all the current fragrances from Azman, which is a perfume house, and I'll give a description about what it is, effectively based in Dubai, and I think it was founded in 2021 by Hussein Baba, right? So before getting into the details of this, please, if you've seen some of the videos already, if you like what you've seen, consider subscribing and perhaps liking the video if you like what you will see shortly. It helps me to get the right motivation to keep producing and filming, recording, and all these videos. So back to business. So what I'm going to do today, I think this sample set has 10 fragrances. I am not going to be able to gas myself with all 10 of them in one go. I think it will be split in a couple of episodes at least. And what I will do today, I will go through the first 5 ones as they are, the initial 5 ones as they are listed on the website at the moment. So from 1 to 5 essentially. I will pick perhaps maybe a couple of them, maybe one that I'm particularly intrigued about, and I will put it on skin, and perhaps we do another short take later in the video where I interrupt the video and I resume once that I experience the scent or the scents throughout the day, right? So why I said that I am excited about this sample set, not just because it's a sample set, that's goes beyond that. Why I wanted to try this for a while, it's because, so Azman, I think it means moments or hours in Arabic, and it's a house that essentially is taking the sort of the Frederic Malle's approach. And in fact I think Hussein met with Frederic Malle at some point before actually starting this house, and he's sort of a curator at the moment, and he's selecting the perfumers that he wants to work with and put on his catalog effectively. The selection is really interesting. It's mostly independent perfumers. There's a couple of formally trained ones as well. You have the likes of Chris Carbonell, you might be familiar with him. He basically worked on most of Oxerjoff's catalog and other houses as well. You have Cristiano Canali. You have Miguel Matos as well, independent-wise. You have Prin, and you have also Antonio Gardoni. So there's a good mixture between what is formal perfumery and perfumery from perfumers that are not formally trained, effectively, right? So back to the parcel itself. I'm going to open it with you. I'm sure there are some documents that you shouldn't be seeing, some addresses, names, etc. But obviously I will cut it from the video if required. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so through the magic of YouTube, we can finally see the parcel open. As you can see, this is the Discovery Set from Azman. There you go, it's still packed. Enveloped in this another plastic that I will remove in a moment, and I will be back. And there you go, you have the package here. I can tell you, I can already smell some oud, and something that I haven't mentioned. I think the house, basically it's all around oud and interpretation of oud. So another point, I've been good. I contain myself, and I haven't checked any of the notes from any of the perfumes. I just know the names, and if I look at the screen at my notes, I can remember what perfumers are associated to each one of the perfumes. But yeah, 10 should be 10 samples in here. Yeah, we have all 10 of them. And yeah, the box is sort of rubberized, and we don't have any description around beyond the names of the company, Azman, the house, nothing else. Then the vials are, yeah, 10. And what I will do now, I will start with 2 minutes after the kiss from Cristiano Canali. What I will do, I will spray it on strip first, and then I'll tell you what I think about. Okay, so I pulled out all the vials, so I have them at the ready. And now we will start with, again, 2 minutes after the kiss. What I think about this, what could it be? Well, it's probably something about passion. 2 minutes after the kiss, who knows what might happen? Could be else, maybe nothing, we don't know. But let's see, strip first. 2 sprays, and let's see. And this is from Cristiano Canali. Yeah? A bit of floral element coming up. There is some oud, easygoing oud in the background. Something maybe resinous or some rose, I would say, yeah. I would say this is a rather classic take on rose and oud. That's my assumption. Could be something completely different. We will find out later when we will be looking at the notes. I have a love-hate relationship with rose, and I already have a few rose and ouds. It wouldn't be something that I would go for, but it's quite good. Interesting. Okay, let's move on swiftly. So yeah, we have Majnoon, and Majnoon is from Preen Lomros. Now, I am familiar with Preen, his perfumery. Usually I like his green stuff. This is interesting. The liquid is literally brown, reddish, so I expect this is strong. Wow, I don't know what Majnoon means, but it is very chocolatey. Chocolatey and resinous. I would say there is something else, something sweet. Maybe there's some orris as well. Could be some pepper as well. It's really interesting. And it's pretty powerful as well, and I love the color of the liquid, of the juice, which is, you can see it definitely here. It's red, right? So I wouldn't spray this on clothes for sure. It's very interesting, and I quite like it. Yeah, it's a chocolate oud. Obviously, again, this is the first take. I might be completely wrong, and that's, I guess, the fun aspect of this video. But we will check the notes later. So I would say this gets an immediate thumbs up from me. I might pick this one for testing it on skin. So we have then I Am Darkness from, sorry, I need to read the name, Nat Weshasartat. I am not familiar with this perfumer, so we are going in completely blindly. I Am Darkness, dark perfume, could be, very dark, wood. Could be maybe some liquor as well sometimes. That's the take. Liquid is quite transparent. Let's see. 2 sprays to start with. Okay. There's some citrus, I would say. Something mildly sweet. So this could be Cambodian oud, right? Sometimes it's a bit more resinous, and this is might be what I'm picking up as well. There is some citrusy, resinous aspect, but it's actually quite bright in my opinion. I Am Darkness. I am a bit confused by the name. But yeah, it's interesting. Let's see. Still, I prefer Majnoon for now. And let's move on to number 4, which is from Miguel Matot. And this is Killer Vavoom. The liquid is brownish. Killer Vavoom, Vavoom, might be some vanilla happening here. I don't know, let's see. Again, I don't know the notes. 3 sprays. Juice is a bit brownish, not as brown or reddish as Majnoon. Let's see. Oh, interesting. It smells, again, I'm getting some oud straight away. A little bit chocolate even in this case. There is some, could be tuberose mixed with something else. Oud, chocolate, tuberose, and Matos uses tuberose quite frequently, so I am not surprised if he used it even here. And you know, Killer Vavoom, you know, tuberose, it has that say sexual element as well, so I wouldn't exclude that. But again, I am making the notes up here. We will see later what these are in reality. It's not bad. I don't think I would wear it. It's even a bit powdery as well, from what I can smell. But it's interesting. My mind is a bit more feminine, but that's just my view. Obviously, all these are unisex. Okay, so let's move on to the last one, which is Riad Jasmine by Chris Carbonell. And well, I mean, it says jasmine, so I would expect something floral. Let's see if it's a light floral, dark floral, or some twists a la Xerjoff. Let's see. Let's see. Interesting as well. You can smell some strong white floral impression immediately. Very, very powerful. What else do we have? It is relatively fresh as well. Something green. Could be a very green citrus, or some other maybe leafy notes as well. All right. Interesting stuff. It's definitely lighter. At this point, I can't smell any oud, and I wonder if all of these have effectively oud. I can't smell anything here. Something, yeah, something slightly indolic, but definitely not offensive. So all in all, I think this is very wearable, very easy, as long as you like the white floral, slightly indolic take. And I think it goes along with, you know, it's a transparent juice, so I guess that's an indication of what it might smell like. So I will stop the video. I will do a little bit of thinking, and I will come back with my selection for what I want to test on skin, and perhaps I can tell you about the notes. I will do a quick read through so we don't waste time on the video. So I'll see you in a moment. And here we are back after I had some time to review my notes, the perfume notes as well, and pick what my, let's say, favorites among these 5 are. Just a quick mention, these perfumes start from $175 and they go upwards up to $350, $400, depending on the type of bottle and version that you pick. So depending, I guess, on the type of presence and type of oud as well. I think some of these don't actually have oud. Killer Vavoom, for instance, doesn't have any oud. But all the other ones, I think they actually do. Going back to what I said, I think the Cristiano Canali one, the 2 minutes after the kiss, the first one that I tried, is actually a Turkish rose and oud combo. That is the most ordinary one, in my opinion, so I won't go for that one necessarily. As I said, I already have other perfumes that have that kind of take and DNA. What I will try, I will go with Majnoon, which by the way has a couple of different versions. I checked. This is the regular Majnoon. I will test it on skin. On skin, again, this is red. Actually, the liquid is red, and it will probably stay in my skin effectively. I don't know what you can see, but yeah, you can see the stains. So these actually, it is red because it has pomegranate, and you can get that tangy burst immediately. It has oud as well, and it's in typical Preen style. I think you get some kind of fruity component. He has this blossomed kind of fruity blossomed way of perfuming things when he's not going to, you know, leathery stuff and woody stuff. But this is actually quite good, and it doesn't have chocolate. It has coffee, so it's a bit of a gourmand kind of oud. And it's not bad at all. It's like almost berried, right? As in berries. Yeah, it's an interesting take on the gourmand aspect of what you can do with oud. And the other one that I will pick, and hopefully the mixture of all this is not going to confuse me too much. Let's see what I think. On skin, it smells quite similar compared to the strip. Interesting. Yeah. Let's move on to the other one that I'm picking, and I Am Darkness from Not. I'm not going to pronounce the surname, but I got the Cambodian oud. It's quite distinctive here. You can get the resinous aspect, so it's actually, again, even by looking at the notes, it has, I think, champaka, ylang ylang as well, which is a yellow flower. You get that kind of sometimes creamy, slightly sweet aspect. Some fruity notes, undefined, and I think jasmine as well, and some citruses. It is it's quite fresh. So I am again a bit don't agree on the naming, right? I would have named it something, and let's see now how it develops as well. Not referring to darkness unless there is a reason why this has been named like this. But yeah, again, you get the citrus burst immediately here, and you get the resinous aspect as well. I think, all in all, as a fresh oud, I think I prefer this to Majnoon. I have again similar perfumes that take this gourmand oud approach. Perhaps we will discuss them at some point on the channel, but what I will do, I let these two compositions air a little bit. We will see how they develop across the day. Maybe 3-4 hours in, I will do another check-in with you and say what I think of these. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll see you later. So we are back with the perfumes that I picked. Going back to my selection, I went for Majnoon from Preen, Lamros, and we are roughly 4 hours in at the moment, and I can tell you Majnoon is still pushing. I'd say maybe like 40-50 centimeters from skin, so this is pretty potent, and I can say that this will go probably beyond the 10 hours mark for sure. It's still my skin is still visibly oily, so it's definitely something from a performance perspective. In terms of what I am getting now, so compared to the strip, these are still some notes that I can't really smell on strip, but on skin, this develops a lot more the tobacco aspect, and an interesting combination with the rose. With a slight undertone of leather, right? Before it gets there, you also get a phase with you get some metallic accent, probably from the cloud, I would say. But yeah, so I think the middle phase up to the dry down as well, this becomes a rose tobacco leather combination, right? It loses a little bit the fruitiness that came at the beginning with the pomegranate, so all that red tangy aspect, right? It goes down significantly, and what you end up with is this rose tobacco leather combo. Very interesting, potent. All of these, even the other ones that I didn't pick, they smell very natural. I don't get any kind of, any screechiness, any synthetic aspect at all. So I think the perfumery, the selection of materials from my experience and from what I can smell, my opinion is really good. It's really good. I like it. I don't think that I will get a bottle. There is this initial element, which is, you know, I said chocolatey, woody. It's actually coffee, according to the notes, but maybe it's the Assam oud that sometimes can smell chocolatey. And for that, again, I have other fragrances that at the moment are already in my collection, and I want to avoid redundancy. But I would say this is a strong 7.5. If you want a numerical score, some people might like it more. Absolutely, I would say it's a gourmand oud that turns into tobacco rose, right? That's what it is essentially from what I can capture with my nose, with my impression, right? Moving on to I Am Darkness from Nat Wes Hasartar. Hopefully this is the right pronunciation. It took a while to master. What I can say, so the initial impression of resinousness is still there after 4 hours. But and now I'm getting what the darkness was about. The darkness is about the incense, the frankincense that it's used. So the more the perfume develops, the more it dries down, the more you can smell the incense. But the interesting thing is that it's not like a burning incense. There is a little bit of smokiness, but I think the smell that I'm getting here, and perhaps it's because of the presence of the Cambodian oud, which is resinous, it almost smells like the incense crystals that are unlit, right? So that's really what you're getting. There is still a little bit of that citrusy acidity and sweetness, which I am liking here. Normally I'm a bit particular about the citrus and incense combo, right? And I'll give you another reference in a moment on that. What I am starting to get as well is a slight moss tendency as well, and I think the moss is actually listed, so there is a little bit of slight dark green tone, and again maybe that's the darkness that the name is alluding to, but I think that's mainly in reference to the incense. So you get this journey from the initial airy, and I think even the description mentions that you know, you get an airy start and then get into the darker aspects of the incense. This is my favorite one among these initial five that I picked, I think. It's not, in terms of performance, it is a little bit closer to skin, but it's still, you know, I can still clearly detect it. So I don't think in terms of performance you'll easily get to 8 hours. So I think that's perfectly fine from my perspective. And normally what I look for, it's, you know, 6 to 8 hours mark plus if possible, but that's just a bonus if it gets there. And I am really enjoying this. It's a fresher take on oud with the incensey, the resinous incensey spin. And on that, I want to be a little bit cheeky here, if that's the right term to use here. If you liked Amber Levant from Louis Vuitton, but you are a little bit disappointed by the performance, as I was. You might have seen my other video now by now. This, in my opinion, it's not completely identical, but it's taken incense with the citrusy acidity. I think you have you have the amber aspect in Amber Levant, but you have I think the mandarin as well, which is an incense, and which is a similar take to this one. This smells to me a lot more natural. The perfumery, in my opinion, is better here, and you know, you get the projection, not as potent as Majnoon. That, in my opinion, Amber Levant is I'd say completely missing, at least based on my skin tests, right? Sorry, Max from the near future, I just realized I was talking about I Am the Darkness, and I left you without giving a score, which is quite unfortunate. And that's, you know, whenever I can, I want to give you some kind of, you know, semi-rational idea. But I would say we said Majnoon 7.5. I am darkness would be 7.5 to 8. That's the range that I would say. Pretty much due to personal preference and you know, thinking about what I have in my collection as well, and what I generally like to pick up in terms of fragrances. What I would say in terms of potentially picking up a bottle, these specifically I Am Darkness is $200 plus potential taxes, custom fees, etc., because they are obviously being shipped from Dubai. You have to keep that in mind. So $200 for 50 milliliters, meaning 100 milliliters is $400. It goes into a very competitive range. I would think about it, but what I want to do first is looking at the next batch, the next 5, because there's a couple there that you know, I am really looking forward to test, and then I'll give you my, let's say, final judgment. So yeah, all in all, this is very interesting from Azman, and I am looking forward to cover the next 5 ones in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and if you like this episode, please, the buttons are below, like, and if you want to see the next episode and be reminded that it's coming whenever it comes, subscribe as well. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye bye.